We're gonna go for the tail again. Tail is probably suboptimal damage, but I don't really care. Right now we're having trouble surviving, more so than damage. Yeah, I think the damage is not going to be the problem in this quest. We broke a lot of parts last time, and we were getting him through the quest with a decent clip. I think it was mainly the damage we were taking. Hard to be safe in this quest. Hey, Frenchie. How's it going? We're doing a long stream today. I didn't get to play much Monster Hunter over the weekend. I missed it. So here we are, playing some Monster Hunter. Another flinch there. Dude. Just got in from work. Nice. How you been, Frenchie? How was your weekend? Oh, wait a second. This might have been dumb. Yeah, it was dumb. Woo. How are the multi-hunts, by the way? You missed it completely? The multiplayer hunts were fun. We had a good time. We completed a couple of custom quests. A couple others knocked us on our butt. There were some really funny quests. Marths is upset because some of them weren't like as polished as they usually are, because Marths did a lot of them in a little bit of a short time period. Let's go up and get that back break. Or wait, no. Yeah, let's go up and get that back break. But I thought they were great. Yeah, there was a set where there was a quest where we had to kill 500 drones. It was amazing. Or not drones, but praise. Actually, I think 510. Quick break. We did more damage to it before. It was really fun, Frenchie. You sit there and you're just comboing with switch axe. It's amazing. I played on a PlayStation Vita Major Guns, and before that I played it off of a PSP. Both of Sony's handhelds have really easy ways to get video out over USB, as long as you're using Homebrew. So, that's how I use, or that's what I use for it. The Vita is really nice for those PSP era Monster Hunters. It was a Blue Yon Kutku, yeah, there was a Blue Yon Kutku and all of the smalls. It was pretty great. And you had to do it naked, so you had to be careful for the Blue Yon Kutku. Yeah, PPSSPP is a good way to play those games too. It's nice that the PSP can be emulated on almost anything. It's really nice. The emulation scene for that handheld is in a really great place. It was in the arena. Alright, we can go for that tail cut again. Whoops. I've never jumped that before. That was pretty cool. You can go online, yeah. There are ways to do it, Major Guns. Look up something called Hunsterverse or Hamachi. Those are both good ways to go online with PSP Monster Hunters. Yeah, not Hamachi, but Hunsterverse is how a lot of people do it. Hamachi makes you open up your network to some not great things. Yep, Hunsterverse, which is Hunstermonter, I think, is their website. They have a lot of good resources, and they're the place to be if you want to play those first early games on the PSP in multiplayer. Okay, we broke in the back. Dalamadur for fun. This is G-Dal. I've never done it before. So I'm trying to solo him. The final 2 challenges for the stream and for Ultimate are going to be Dalamadur solo, and then Bombs Over Gog solo. Yeah, this is event regular Dalamadur. This is our second attempt. Ah! And everything always goes wrong! Stupid snake. No Crimson Fatty? Nope, I'm leaving a lot of fights until next time. Yep, we're gonna come back to this game probably sometime next year. And we're gonna do a lot of guild quests, and we're gonna do the final new monsters and stuff like that. I remember hearing some weird things about that Mart, so I would stay away from those folks. This year, the only games I know I'm playing for sure are Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter Freedom. Like some really weird, concerning things, Marts. What monsters will be left? Shah Dalamadur, Gold and Silver Rathian, Raging Brachydios. Let's see, I think there's, I guess, all 3 of the Fatalis. Ucanlos, I mean, we've already done Ucanlos, but there is a very tough Ucanlos, yeah. So there's lots of challenges still left in this game. Enough challenges that I didn't want to try and all fit them into the last week or 2. So that's why we're coming back sometime. Gonna play Freedom? Yep, that's the other game on the roster this year. Rise and then Monster Hunter Freedom once we're done with Rise. Nice, Major Guns, that's awesome. Different angle next time. Oh, god darn it. Well, nice aim, buddy. Jeez, that comes way out. I didn't realize how far out that came. I'll realize that next time. Or I'll be ready for it next time. Did you do GOG? Not yet. GOG is going to be after this. I know, losing track of Dalamadur is such a bummer. I hate when that happens. Yep, the final 2 challenges are this guy, and then Gogmazios. I'm gonna probably try and attack his chest here, just for a little bit. Alright. Whoops. Ouch. Oh yeah, that's right, I remember this trick. That's the trick. You spam aerial attacks there whenever you can to get flinches. Or you can even flinch him down to the ground. There it is. The trick is that, yeah, jump status is too low. That's the trick. I feel like Anakin Skywalker, like, oh, I know the trick. Is that down? Nope, just a flinch. Such a weird bite, that. That's a down. Nice. Exploiting his jump status is actually a pretty big deal. We broke the chest at some point there. Oh, okay, here we go. Still freaks me out. Okay. Is there another back break? I don't think so. Actually, I think there is. Never mind. I need to go finish that second back break. Let's go do that. Hello, Bina Bina Ho. I hope you're doing well tonight. We are taking on Dalamadur. thought I'd already gotten this, but I guess not. It shouldn't take long to break it. There we go. 40% affinity before Challenger is pretty nice. I think that means 65% once Challenger is active. Pretty huge. Grab some bombs for the second chest break. And we go back up. Yep, 60%, sorry, not 65. 60% is pretty nice, though. Hard to get that much in this game. Oops. Nice, Shiranori. Congratulations. How you feeling? That means you just soloed... What was it? Not Dalamadur. Shengao Ren, right? How did you like Shengao Ren? What'd you use on him? The crits. Holy crap. Use the fire longsword on him and only just beat him in time? Well, congratulations. I hope it feels like a big victory. Good job. I think that was a chest break. Yeah, it was. We gotta heal after this. Isn't it the White Tiger? It's insane. I was just saying this yesterday. I was hanging out and playing some Shaggaroo while hanging out with family a little bit. I was hunting some Shaggaroo while hanging out with family for a little bit. It is just insane that this game runs on a 3DS. It looks so good. It is such a cool feat, I think. Okay, that was not the second chest break that we got. I think we got his claw somehow. Interesting. Yeah, second chest break looks a little bit more like a crater there. Another flinch there. We're definitely dealing good damage. It's just like, how much HP does this thing have? Oops. Whoops. Sure. Darn, I didn't blow up. Alright, it's cutting the map. We are doing a lot better. That's a lot quicker than last time. A lot quicker. Capcom would make a killing by selling it? I don't know how many, like, I think it would sell well. I don't think it would sell as well as, like, Monster Hunter World did or anything. It would still be really neat to see, though. I would love to see that, too. Right, wait for the red arrows, and go. Alright, we're gonna try and get to the head. God damn, it sucks so much. This is technically the final Dalamadur fight in Monster Hunter as of late. Well, I don't know, I haven't beaten it yet, so I don't know how I feel about the balance. I'm so bad at this fight. Yeah, that's kind of the re-release I think that they're more down to give. Bina Bina Ho is like a compilation game, like a best of game, as opposed to actually re-releasing the games. Because when they repackage the content like that, they can make it easier, they can rebalance it, they can put in more quality of life. I think looking at re-releases or remasters of the older games, you run into some questions of like how many people are going to go back and play this with the quality of life how it is, how many people are going to go back if we don't update the visuals, like stuff like that. Like obviously diehard fans like you and me, we're going to go back, but other people might not. So I think it'd be kind of a tough sell. 420 attack. Whoops. Whoops. Dang it. Ooh, we hit it. Come on, put your head down one more time. Put your head down one more time. Nope. Yeah, I really don't think so either, Uchi. Or, that's not Uchi, sorry, that's Marths. Pink names, I apologize. That's another Shattered Omen, it sounds like. Another Meteor. Or another Heartbreak. I don't think Shattered Omens can spawn right now, so I think we just broke another part. Feels good, man. Alright, yeah, that's the second chest break. Claws over there are still unbroken, but I'm gonna go for some damage and downs from this side. Ooh, we moved further away. Block. Look at that. That's so preferable to actually taking that. There's another down. That is so good. Alright. Going for it. Thank you. Wow. They must have a lot higher drop rate in G rank, or I'm just getting really lucky. Yeah, I mean, if they were ever going to remake a Monster Hunter game, I think I'd be super down. I think it would not really appeal to the people who want a re-release of the game. Like, that's very different. Like, a remaster of Freemi Night would be very different than a re-release of Freemi Night. Ah! Okay, I thought we were gonna fall all the way off, sorry. I think I yell a lot in this fight. He missed. That's cool. Yeah, I think a 4U re-release on the Switch would be like the furthest back where they would go, but I think so much of that content is covered by generations that I don't know why they would. Like, the differences for you and I are pretty big, but for the average person, they're like, oh, most of those 4th generation monsters are in the other ones. Alright, we're gonna Farcast back, because this is an awkward spot to try and dodge the beams or anything. So we're gonna stay on here for a little while and heal up, sharpen up, that kind of thing. Rather than try and claw our way out of the pit into a beam or something. I'm gonna give it a good, like, 20-30 seconds. I'm not messing around. We'd rather not like to instacart to a bite or a beam or something. Okay. I think it's been long enough. Every time I've said that, I've been just owned by a one-shot. See a Digit Artist. We almost got bit. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. We really almost got bit. My god. I gotta learn to chill down there. Alright. See ya, Indigoyama. See ya, Digit Artist. That's ridiculous. I can't believe that almost happened again. Screw climbing its back. Wasn't there a clip of that? Mm-hmm. There is a clip of me getting owned. There are many clips of me getting owned. I don't know, Marths. Like I said, I think their version of re-releasing things is to port those monsters over to newer games. That's their version of a re-release. I don't know that they'll ever re-release a game wholesale. I think it shows that they really haven't done that outside of Freemi Night for iOS. And that's an exception because it was on mobile, in my opinion. Like, that was the game that they could get running on iOS smoothly. And they wanted to capitalize on that. Monster Hunter G doesn't count for that as much for me because it's more like that was one of the most up-to-date games at the time, and they ported it over so that the console would have content. It's kind of situational. It definitely isn't something like taking an older game and porting it to a newer console. It sort of is, but I don't know. I think it says something that we haven't seen anything like that since then. He beat Thunderlord G5 with Sword and Shield? Nice. That's awesome. Congrats to Aang. Well, I mean, I don't think that the Monster Hunter team does it very frequently. I know that other teams within Capcom are like notorious for re-releases, but I think that the Monster Hunter series and team are pretty different than that. They have not done much of that. It was with dual blades? Oh, okay, I gotcha. I think the other day he was fighting with Sword and Shield, that's what I thought. Rajang was too? Oh, okay, there's a Rajang in that quest, gotcha. I know nothing about how the deviant hunts work, really. I haven't done any deviants. EX, he's attempting with Sword and Shield? Gotcha. Interesting that dual blades were the pick there. That's cool. Alright, we should probably go finish off that other claw. I like staying up here for the safe damage. Oh, god darn it, I suck so much. Oh, this is the worst. This is the worst. Oh my god, how did I get instant stunned by that? So bad. Alright, let's go get that claw if we can. I thought he was gonna roar. He did not roar. Okay, what are we doing? Beam over here. Okay. God, that stresses me out so much. Oh shoot, he has the bite. That extra iframes from falling down there feels good, man. I mean, then it would be a totally different game. It wouldn't be for you. I don't know. I think that the games in this series don't particularly lend themselves well to being remastered or re-released. I mean, if they were going to pick a game to remaster in open world maps and with like a different style, I think this would be a good one for it, seeing as it's got really good pacing and really good story. I don't see them doing that. Maybe they will. That'd be pretty hype. Sort of like some of the things we've seen of Rise kind of remind us of another Monster Hunter game. I think that's going to be their kind of style of paying homage, really. Also, just a heads up for anyone new here, we're not talking about any Rise specifics or spoilers in our chat here. We're trying to go in as spoiler-free as possible for a lot of folks in chat. Interesting conversation. It is just all speculation, too. Like, I don't care if I'm, like, right or wrong about it, really. That's just how I feel about it. If you guys feel otherwise, that's totally fine. Whoops, I got tripped. All right, let's see if we can get the other claw. I really want to get all breaks. We haven't gotten this. No, we have gotten the second chest break, so it's good. Right. That was another Omen, came down behind us there. What's going on here? Okay, we're good. Yoink. Dang. Oh man, I was too slow. Oh my gosh. That is insane. All that damage. Oh, it doesn't always go short. Sometimes it goes short, sometimes it doesn't. I wonder if it's dependent on a break that he goes quick with that or short with that. There we go. We get subquest out, folks. With supplies. Nice. Alright, now we can just camp our safe spot and deal damage. And try and get free staggers. We could try and attack the head, but it seems a lot harder than just attacking the claws up here and dodging fireballs up here. This seems like a nice place to me. Whoops. Another flinch. Oh, what the heck? What the heck hit me there? What the heck? God darn it. Oh, I think he's gonna cut the map with me on it, maybe. I think that's maybe about what's about to happen. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Oh yeah. No! No! This fight, dude. This fight's so frustrating. Stuck in the death pit with all the death juice and the death meteors. 40 is basically the alpha version of World. I don't particularly agree with that. Okay. We survived. We survived the death pit. Another Shy Roman. Huh. That claw bumps in interesting ways. That was dumb. Oh, he's just gonna spam this, isn't he? Well, at least that should knock us off the map. Thanks, Dala. Dala is being mean, just spamming that blast at us. I mean, I guess if I was camping in his armpit, or if someone was camping in my armpit, I'd probably spam blasts at them too. Whatever. I think we're doing good on time. I'm not too worried about healing down here. I probably should have saved these first aid med pluses for up there. Yeah, I mean, I think that it would be nice if all the games in this series were re-released on modern platforms. Even if you didn't, like, I think that would be the easiest way for Capcom to do this, is to just re-release them and not charge full price for them. Charge like $20, $30 for each one or something like that, because it's a nice re-release. Maybe it has up-res graphics, if nothing else. And I think that that would be good for these. I think the second you start tinkering with any part of it, you start like playing into like, oh, is it a remaster or a re-release? And then all of a sudden the value proposition for people who have to work on that at Capcom becomes a lot less straightforward. But I think letting these games have a modern way of being played that's straightforward would be great and good for the series. Like right now, Capcom makes $0 from folks playing these old games when they could be making some. Oh my god. Maybe this isn't as safe as I thought up here. Doesn't seem like it. Flinch, fall over. Oh man, dude, this map is just brutal. No! Ugh, I hate this map! It's so bad! That's so dumb. Oh, I hate it. I hate that part. No, stop. No! Those things should not be able to fall down.
So mad.
It's so lame. Alright. Oh, was that our first cart? Oh, that was just our first cart. Okay. I thought that was our second cart. I was gonna be mad. I'm still kind of mad, but like, less mad. Ugh. That feels dumpy. Dala, your fight can be dumpy sometimes. I don't want to alternate between spots. I want to stay in one spot and keep hitting the head. Or keep hitting his claws. We're gonna whine about it. What were you aiming at? I imagine those things could freaking cart you like that. Just keep raining down on top of you and destroy your block. Basically just keep you blocked in. Is that a down? That is a down. Good stuff. No, it's not? Oh, it's not. Okay. Wyvern of Muse. Thanks for the follow. I hope you're enjoying the Monster Hunter so far. I'm glad you like it, Uchi. I really like them too. Shmegwaskama did a really good job. I was trying to Superman. Did not come out. Not in time, at least. Should go get that Shattered Omen. Let's do that. Hope I won't pay for it. Oh, that sucks. I should have probably seen that one coming. This is not a very efficient way of dealing damage, is it? I don't really know what's the best way to deal damage to him. Oh, that was that. Okay. Ugh, I wasn't ready for it. Come on. Come on. Yeah, this is probably not a great way of dealing damage. Ooh. Please no. Thank you. Whew. I thought that was going to knock me right into it. I'm having such a hard time dealing damage in this final phase. Oh boy, 10 minutes left. Oh boy, okay. The explosions are over there, huh? Dang it, that was supposed to be a jump. Okay, is that down? Finally, my goodness. I'm going for that for way too long. Yes! There we go. That's G-rank Dalamadur solo. With sword and shield. Alright, let's get those carbs. That fight was way too easy, now do it with Hunting Horn? I'm good. If you lose even one carb, it's a defeat. I don't think so. First try? Nope. Second try. It was close to first, though. Oh, shoot. I missed his other card. There we go. That was so fast, OMG. I mean, it didn't take too many retries, which felt good. It doesn't feel too different. It just feels like the damage is scaled up and you have to be very careful. Here we go. We got all the carbs. All carbs. Nice. I really like this fight. Well, thanks, Nekochi Neko. Thank you for the wasted points. Did you get the head carves? That was what I was just carving there. Immenseness ticket S. 40 minutes. 40 minutes solo. Hunter rank 243. Cool. How many carves? 9 or 12? However many there are. Now you can see G Dala armor. That's true. We can finally make G honed blade sets. That'll be something to look forward to when we come back to this game. Let's go see.